my friend. This is Dan McDonald, and I am your raw food chef. I have been wanting to make this recipe for a long time, but I rarely get a chance to make foods like this. Sophia's having a women's circle today, and earlier Sophia made some carrot cake, which we will have to make a recipe later. With carrots and walnuts, raisins and dates, and a few other secret ingredients. But right now, I'm going to make a nut-free frosting. It's a nut-free coconut frosting. Now, it's a little more complicated than you're used to with me. These are some of the things I used to put together, 5, 6, 7 years ago when Krista and I were entertaining Raw Food Style in New York. So it's a privilege and an honor to share some of my old recipes with you. Now, first of all, I'm going to start off with some coconut meat. So if someone would do me a huge favor and transcribe this recipe down below, that would be absolutely fantastic. And then you can copy it and paste it and put it in your recipe file so that if and when you need a nut-free frosting, raw frosting recipe, you can pull this one out and knock the socks off of anybody, anywhere, anytime. Let's get started. I'm going to put some coconut meat. This is just the meat and the water of one coconut. I may need to do a little bit of playing today, because it's been quite a while since I've done this. But that is the coconut and meat of one coconut. The water and the meat of one coconut. Then I've got 8 medjool dates to go in, okay? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to pull this out just in case, because I have a feeling I'm going to need it. And this is raw coconut water here. I do have another coconut in the fridge, but I'm going to want to save some time here. So I've got the coconut water, the coconut meat. I've got dates. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of powdered ginger. And then I'm going to put in just a teaspoon of sea salt. And then I'm going to add I'm going to get a clean spoon for that. That is my precious and pure coconut oil. I'm going to add a tablespoon of coconut oil, smooth and creamy and delicious. Okay. Next is, and this is one of the magic ingredients, walnut oil, which is really fantastic for your brain. Excellent source of omega-3s. 1 tablespoon of walnut oil. Man, I wish I could take a tablespoon of that, but I am on a juice fast right now. Next is cinnamon. Probably, let's do about a teaspoon of cinnamon there. And as well as I'm also going to put, now this is optional, but this takes it over the top. The walnut oil is also optional, but it creates a smooth, creamy deliciousness. I'm going to put 4 drops of cinnamon oil. Now this is of course food grade, highest quality. The brand is doTERRA, D-O-T-E-R-R-A. They make some of the best food grade essential oils. Always check and make sure with an essential oil practitioner, or do lots of research online before you take any essential oils internally. There are some that are food grade and able to be taken internally, and there are some that are only to be used topically, and they can make you very sick. So make sure you know what you're doing when you're playing with the essential oils. The next ingredient is a couple tablespoons of NCP. This is Natural Choice Products Nutrition Essentials, and I'm going to take a couple heaping tablespoons. Now again, this is optional, but there is something that is fantastically delicious about the vitamin E tocotrienols, and this is a raw product. It is not cooked. And so the rice bran is available. It creates a smooth, creamy, delicious, unbelievable texture in smoothies and in this frosting. Next, I'm going to take out the vanilla powder. I'm going to put a teaspoon of fresh vanilla powder. Okay? And last but not least, I'm going to squeeze a half of a lemon. There we go. And then I'm going to wheel this up. Then I've got some dried, unsweetened, organic coconut flakes, which I will use at the end to create a nice texture when I go to spread on the little carrot cupcakes here. Okay, let's see what happens. Wow, buddy boy, pretty good. Well, that's a little bit thinner than I wanted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out, just to thicken it up a bit, I'm going to pull out, I'm going to throw in another heaping tablespoon and see how that goes. Remember, in the raw food kitchen, you're moving, you're grooving, you're flowing with it, you're getting it how you want it. It's a fun and beautiful art. Taking these wholesome foods, there's no chemicals. There's no additives, there's no preservatives. It's fantastic. It's simple, you know? No pesticides, organic, delicious. And it just makes people happy. And in the end, isn't that what it's all about? Okay, I'm going to add one more heaping scoop of the nutritional essentials. That's going to get it where I want it. And then I'm going to, that's pretty good. Sure wish it was a little bit thicker though. And the only thing I've got to thicken it up, well, this is going to be, see, now, it's going to take a few minutes for this coconut to absorb some of this moisture. So it's actually going to be perfect. I kind of wanted to get it perfect on camera, but we might not get that today. So I'm going to go ahead and just stir this in here now, in here. And this will get it to the consistency that I want. But it's going to take a few minutes for it to set, so I might not be able to give you a good visual. Okay, that is looking good. So it's going to take a little bit for that to thicken up there. So I'm going to make a nice example here of the. I need just a little bit more coconut. There we go. Got the hook up now. Want that to have a little bit of texture. There we go. Now we got it. Okay, so I am going to spread some of this on top of, and then I'm going to hand this out to the ladies with a nice spoon so that they can enjoy the carrot cake with the ultimate frosting here, so check it out. I'll give you a visual. It's going to take a few minutes for that dried coconut to absorb some of that moisture to get it to the texture and the consistency that I want. But thank you so much for joining me on this video. It was a lot of fun to play with you in the Raw Food Kitchen. Subscribe to these videos if you haven't already. And I sure do appreciate your time and attention today. Enjoy this recipe, and I will bring the carrot cake recipe as soon as I get a chance, okay? So thank you very much. Peace be with you.